reason your team starts with no isn't because of lack of hospitality skills. It's because of biology. But here's the game changer. You can beat biology and transform that no into an empowering yes. Welcome to the Yes Show. I'm your host, Christine Trippy. Each week, we'll explore the life-changing power of saying yes, along with hotel leadership made easy. Get ready for inspiration, fun, and sweet hospitality. Let's go. Hey there, wise pineapples. Welcome back to another episode of the Yes Show. I've been hearing from many of you, and I just wanted to give a special shout out to Mike, Leon, Sky, Octavia, and Katie. Thank you for letting me be a part of your morning commutes. I really appreciate your feedback, and your enthusiasm keeps me fired up to keep bringing more yes energy to you. This week, I'm back with a quickie solo episode of Hotel Leadership Made Easy. And I thought a perfect place to begin is with the big ideas in my book, Yes is the Answer. We'll walk through the first 2 steps of how to say yes in every situation. Now, a quick question. Have you ever heard of the hero's journey? Every great story has 3 characters, the hero, the guide, and the villain. In our hospitality story, our guests are our heroes. They're on a journey to create memories with their loved ones, help their company achieve their goals, or maybe even seek life-saving treatment. And guess what? We get to be their guide, just like Yoda to Luke Skywalker, or Mr. Miyagi to the Karate Kid. We're here to help our guests navigate their journey with confidence, knowledge, and heart. We are the experts. We have been here before. We know how to do it. Let me paint a picture with a quick story. Recently, I was at the airport and my Lyft app began vibrating, indicating I only have 3 minutes to be at the meeting point, or my ride is leaving. Yikes. I was stressed, trying to figure out where to go. I was kind of lost. And I approached an airport employee and asked, hey, can you tell me where the Lyft pickup is? And they hesitated and said, I think it's at door 5. Now let me ask you, would you trust someone like that to guide you? Me either. No, I took control and I moved on and I asked another employee. And when I asked the next person, he said excitedly, oh, yes. And as he began walking me in the right direction, he confidently said, you'll go up these escalators, head out door number 5, and you'll stand at the second island. Now that's the kind of guide I want. And I know you want it too, right? Confidence is the key. Saying yes with confidence not only makes people trust us, but also lets us guide them on their journey. When you stand tall, are positive, confident, and knowledgeable, people will let you guide them, and you stay in control of the interaction. That's key right there. You stay in control. However, when we shrink in our confidence, are unsure and negative, people will take back the control. Your guests will take back the control. This right here is where a lot of team member satisfaction is lost. It doesn't feel good saying no, I'm sorry, or unfortunately all day. When you don't have the answers, it chips away at your confidence and you feel disempowered. This leads team members to going home saying, work drained me. Have you ever felt that? I know you have. When you can set your front line up to stand tall, be empowered, and lead from the heart with yes answers, they go home saying, I love my job. I can't believe I get to do this. Let that sink in for a moment. I love my job. Empowering your team with the ability to say yes might be the greatest gift you can give them. It protects their energy, boosts their confidence, and creates a positive work environment. The first step to always saying yes is so simple. It's make friends first. Before you respond to any question, pause for just a moment and connect with the guest. Now, you might be thinking, of course I do this already. I'm a great hospitality leader. But here's the truth. We don't. If you or your team members start with no, it's not because you lack hospitality skills. It's because of biology. And the good news is you and your team can beat biology. When we're faced with a situation that triggers anxiety, like saying no to a guest request, our brains automatically go into fight or flight mode. We either rush to shut down the conversation with a no, I'm sorry, unfortunately, or we get defensive and say, no, ma'am, we sure don't. And I've heard that. It's a knee-jerk reaction. This is so important to take in. It is our biological makeup to go right to that knee-jerk reaction of no. But if you pause and make friends first, that's when the pineapple magic happens. The brain releases that anxiety, and instead of reacting, it opens up your mind to what's possible. And you can think creatively about how to help. When you connect with a guest or another person, you really want to find a solution for them because now they're more than just a customer, they're a friend. Hey there, hospitality heroes. This sweet episode of The Yes Show is proudly brought to you by the Ground Society, the world's only insiders club for high-performing hospitality leaders just like you. Hungry for next-level strategies, motivation, and a thriving community of other royal leaders. Now, this month, we are unlocking CEO secrets in our 5-day Power Week Masterclass. Ooh, it's going to be juicy. It's free and it's open to the public. Here is the lineup. Monday, we're going to be crafting a visionary strategy. Tuesday, we're going to be mastering your time. Wednesday, dominate decision making. Thursday, empower your people. And on Friday, we'll round it all up with strong communication skills. Everything you need to be an amazing leader. We've designed each session to be bite-sized, microclass, perfect for fitting into your busy schedule. The best part, again, it's free. So don't forget to invite supervisors, managers, colleagues. Now you can click the link inside the show notes to join, and I can't wait to see you inside. Now let's dive back into the Yes Show. Whoop, whoop. There's always a next yes. However, when we start with no, that's where the conversation dies. The creative part of our brain shuts off and our ego steps in. Remember him? It's like when you tell your kids no, you can't have a snack. And now you can't go back because if you do, they win. Sound familiar? I know it does. We all experience this. And we know what happens next. The guest escalates the issue, and you're eventually forced to say yes. Except now, that yes doesn't feel very good. True or true? Here's a juicy tidbit to help you build your team's yes muscle. And this is very important, so if you just took a right turn and you started to get distracted, come back to me. When someone asks a question, begin with, thank you for asking. This will work with any question that someone asks you, and it's a great way for your team members to build their skills. This small pause prevents you from defaulting to no, and it opens the door for a more thoughtful, hospitable response. For example, if a guest asks for a late checkout, say, oh, thank you for asking. Or it might sound like, thank you for letting us know how we can enhance your stay. Or you can really have some fun with this response and say, we love that you enjoyed your stay so much that you don't want to leave. Have a little fun with it. These moments of connections can shift the energy and lead to creative solutions, which brings us conveniently to step number 2, what you can do. Now that we are leading from the heart, we really want to find that creative yes. What can you do? My friends, this part is really important. Nobody cares what you can't do. We waste so much time telling people what we can't do, our laws, our rules, our operational woes. No, I'm sorry, unfortunately, we're in a sold-out situation. Or, due to Illinois state law, you can't smoke in your room. Or, I can't, I'm already booked that day. Nobody cares what you can't do. Make friends first and tell them what you can do. This is where the pineapple power is. This is how a guide helps their hero. Let's take a look at a real-life example. I've called over 1,000 hotels and asked the same question. The question is, do you have an airport shuttle? And not one time in all those 1,000 times have I had someone pause and make friends first. The most common responses when I ask that question is, no, we don't. Dead air. No, the podcast didn't shut off. That's the dead air that I hear when I ask that question. No, we don't. But imagine if instead they said, oh, thank you for choosing our hotel. Where are you coming from? Now we're in a conversation. Now my brain is getting rid of that anxiety and I'm connecting to a person from the heart. If I say I'm coming from Chicago, it's almost guaranteed that we're going to end up talking about pizza. It's a law. Then you'll seamlessly move right into the second step, which is what you can do. It might sound like this. We offer a negotiated rate with Flash Limo for only $29. We'll take you to and from the airport. Or our airport is Uber and Lyft friendly. Which works best for you? Isn't that 1,000,000 times better than no, we don't? Suddenly, the interaction goes from transactional no to an unforgettable experience, and one that your guests will share over and over and over again. Is that cool or cool? This is how you turn a transaction into extraordinary hospitality. It's how award-winning teams are built, and it's how you create a culture where your team members love what they do and change the world. You set your front line up to stand tall, be empowered, and say yes. All because saying and hearing yes feels so delicious. Energy times execution, my sweet friends. Let's say yes to begin putting this into action this week. Here is your challenge for the week. I want you to simply begin just listening to your team and yourself and notice when you say or hear people say, no, I'm sorry, or unfortunately. When you do, I want you to begin creating a list of your hard no questions. And I have a free guide for you to use. It's in the show notes, so just click that link. Yes, my wise pineapples, that is just the first 2 steps. And there are 2 more steps that I'll be sharing in the next solo episode. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. If you want to dive deeper, of course, everything is in the book, Yes is the Answer. Or, hey, I'd love to come share my Yes keynote to your group. Let's do this. Are you picking up what I'm dropping? I hope so. And I'd love to hear from you too. Shoot me an email or a DM to let me know if this was helpful and what your hard no's are. Maybe we can dissect some hard no's right here on the show. Until next time, say yes to changing the world, one guest and one moment at a time. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. That's a wrap for today's show. Say yes to taking action and changing the world one yes at a time. And oh, my friend, will you say yes to review, like, and subscribe? The more yeses you give, the more juicy goodness I can bring to all of you wise pineapples. Cool or cool?